Andrea, was this role like a dream come true for you because you get to sing and to act?
Yeah, pretty much nail on the head there. It's sort of so many passions coming into one. Acting and then getting to sing, getting to work with different styles of music and be surrounded by music when we were filming with David playing and just the whole, yeah, dream come true. Yeah, perfect.
When did your love for music start?
I think almost immediately, sort of from a very, very young age. I absolutely loved, I mean, I would do these like little concerts for my, friends and family with a guitar. Did not know how to play, but I'm talking about, 2, 3 years old, like strumming on the guitar and just trying to get people, listen to me, I got this song. And it would just go on and on and on. But yeah, and then finally my mom thought, okay, we better put you into some singing lessons because you love it so much. And that was a gift to me because that was just like, oh yes, I can perfect what I do.
So did you always knew you wanted to do classical stuff, or are you also doing pop or rock?
I always had a voice that lent itself more to classical than, I mean, no matter how hard I try, I'm not like a pop singer, It's just my voice is way more classical. So that sort of bent me into that direction. And I couldn't be more happy about that, really. I love classical music. I love singing it, listening to it. But I also have done a little bit of musical theater. But in terms of my voice type, it's just always lent that way, and therefore it's kind of always been what I studied and what I sang.
Ich möchte bleiben.
Warum?
Das Zimmermädchen.
Did you know David Garrett before this movie?
I was just saying, I sort of knew, my mom sent me something of his, well, I didn't particularly know it was David Garrett. It was this social experiment, I think, of him playing in the New York subway. Mm-hmm. And then, you know this one.
I know this one,
So I think she sent it to me like you do with any sort of news story on the email. And then later, when I was auditioning for the movie and hearing about who was involved and everything, I found out it was him. And I sort of put 2 and 2 together and went, it's this guy. So I had just heard about him from that little bit there, and then, have since gotten to know way more of his music and everything. Yeah.
How did you like performing with him? Because I just love the scene where you were making music together.
Oh,
it's beautiful.
The one in the bedroom, or?
Well, both. And the one on the stage, of course.
Different type of music in the bedroom. Thank you. No, it's a joy. It was just a joy to be on set with that sort of music around, him practicing, people singing, it was just, it was an absolute joy to perform with such a professional musician, such a talented guy he is. So I feel completely lucky, yeah.
Were you nervous?
I was pretty much nervous throughout the entire film. No, I was nervous, but at the same time, immediately if I just thought about the situation, what would Charlotte think in this situation? Would she be nervous? Would she be strong? Would she be feeble? Would she be weak? Would she be, all these things. And as soon as I kind of click into that mindset of, okay, what's Charlotte doing here? I was able to let go of everything else, who I'm performing with, and it's just about Charlotte and Paganini and what their rapport is.
How do you see the love story between the both of them?
In terms of what? In terms of how it?
Do you think it's healthy?
Or
do you think it's real love, or was it something else?
I think for her it's pretty true, but she's a lot younger than he is. And so what is a true love when you're a teen is different to what is true love when you're an adult and thinking about marriage and all these sort of other decisions. So I think it's definitely true for Charlotte. But at the same time, I think the reality of the situation becomes pretty apparent. And it's like, okay, yeah, maybe I had these feelings and everything like this, but he is a completely different person to me. He lives a completely different life that I get kind of smacked in the face with in the film. And the reality of that love gets batted away pretty quickly. But I do think there's something rather true between the two of them, if just for a moment.